Hey, gals and guys, it's Christopher Mosher from MyMediaHelper.com, and today we're going to delve back into SharePoint, and I'm going to show you how to do some tables. I'll show you the project that I'm working on right now and to the reason why I'm making this video. So what I do here at my full-time day of employment is I'm transferring over, oops, wrong tab. I'm transferring over this old classic SharePoint site to a newer communication site. So I haven't changed too much as far as the look. It's just updated as far as what it was sitting on. So this is the old navigation that they had to the documents, this particular department's the document department, right? So this is how they had it. Didn't particularly like that. Don't like the colors or anything like that. What I did is changed it over to quick links. And they didn't like that. The department, they didn't like that. So SharePoint is a shared community. This is I just do the site. I don't take care of it. I'm just updating it. And once it's updated, I send it to that department and it's theirs. So I'll do whatever that department wants me to do. So this particular case, they want this more towards the structure how it was before. They feel it would be easier for the casual user to come on the site and find things easier. And I'm not necessarily disagreeing with that because this can be a little confusing just because I know how to do it and navigate it just because, right, I put the links there. So with that long-winded explanation, what I'm going to show you how to do is a table in a SharePoint communication site. So basically I'm going to go, this is my sandbox site. Here, I'll show you basically what it is, and it's exactly as the name dictates. It's just a place for me to go and fart around and try different things. So this is a communication site, as you can see, if you're not aware. So I'm going to go to site contents. I'm going to create a new page. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to create a new page. And I'm just going to call it tables. Call it tables. Table examples. How about that? Yeah, I'm just going to save as draft. I'm the only one that can see this page anyways, unless I allow some users on it to take a look. This is just my, I'll get rid of this. I don't need this. Comments, there's no one's going to comment anyways. All right, so if you want to create a table in SharePoint, you can start a new web part. You can do any columns you want, just because it's a table and I want it to kind of emulate what this is. I'm just going to leave it as one column here. And I'm going to just put in text field. And then I don't know if they have any verbiage up here or what. I'm just going to put navigation, I guess. I'll just grab this. Change it later time if I want to. Navigation. I'll just put it as 2. I don't want it underlined. Why is it underlined? I don't really want it underlined. Navigation. Put it in my damn self. Put it in my navigation. I'll do it as heading 2. And there we go. All right. So I'm just going to hit enter. So there's one or two ways you can do it. You can come over here and just insert table, or you can come here and just go like this and move my dopey head and insert table. Doesn't matter either way. Both work the same. We'll insert a table here. It's going to default to this 3 and 3. What I typically do, I want this centered. So I'm not aligning the text. I'm aligning the table. So, all right. And then I get my dopey head. I put myself someplace where I'm not in the way. All right. So if we go back to the original site, this is what we want. We want, well, I'm going to do 2 tables. I'll do this 4 and I'll do this 5. So this is just a 4 with 1 column. So I'll just do this. So I'll insert either left or right. It doesn't matter. And I'll get rid of these. And I'll go delete rows. And then you kind of got to eye it from here. There's no good way that SharePoint does it. I can't put in like a, like say if I wanted this 200 pixels by 200 pixels by 200 pixels by 200 pixels. I don't know why they don't do it that way, but it's annoying to me. So you kind of got to eye it. Microsoft doesn't always do the greatest things. Some of their stuff is kind of wonky. So I'm just going to eye it the best I can. I want this to go over more, actually. Computer. The pain in the rumpus. So I want this to go over more. All right, I'm not going to worry about that right this second. All right, so that's that one table. Yeah, I just want this, move this over more. All right, I'm going to create a secondary table, so I'm going to insert that table. Now, again, what I want is these 5 different rows. So we're going to insert, again, left or right, it doesn't really matter. It really only matters if you have content there and you actually have to make it matter. But right now we have nothing there, so it doesn't matter. And I want to, oh, I see. Won't let you do the end. All right, fair enough. Seriously? All right, I'm going to go as far as I can there. And I don't know. They don't always make it easy, I'll tell you that. So we'll just do this, try to kind of even it out the best we can. I do want this stretched out more. It's a pain in the nut sack sometimes. All right, so do not make this easy, Microsoft. If you're watching this, you do not make everything easy. Sometimes you make things very frustrating when they don't have to be. All right, so there's that. And there is a way to stretch these farther. I don't know why it's being a pain in the ass. But it is. All right, so what I want to do is I want to make some of these. I don't like these very much. I want to make some buttons that look halfway decent. So I'll go to my old friend Canva, and I'll just put in buttons. So it's canva.com. I use it all the time. If you see my other videos, I'm not going to go crazy. I'm just going to make a couple buttons. I'm just going here to get, I don't know, some type of format or something. I don't even know if I like any of those. Yeah, let's go to the front, see what we got. Let's see, we got all these things over here. We can do logos. Yeah, I don't want to do that shit either. Logos, flyers. All right, let me find a good size. I don't want to go crazy. Good design. 16 by 9, flyer, resume, poster, brochure, letter, store report, business card. Business card might be a good size. I don't see anything that specifically says buttons. I'm going to go with business card because it's probably, yeah, so that's kind of the shape I want anyways. And then we can always shrink it down later. So that's cool. And if you want, you can use these freestyles. It doesn't have to be a business card. But no, just kidding. If you highlight this stuff, you can just delete it all. We can just go, let's go to elements. We can go background, see if we see anything interesting. It's just a matter of playing around with it. Background, I'm just going to stretch as much as I can on here. I'm not going to keep it as pink, so I'm just going to match it up the best I can. Yeah, we'll do this. Again, might not be the best thing to choose, but I'm going to choose it. And you can change the color, whatever you want it to be. So I might just do blue. Yeah, we'll do that blue for now. And I'm just going to get text, throw some text on there. Let's see what the first one is here. We're only going to do a couple, and then I'll use the same one. So I'm going to put director. All right, so just do it in capitals. And I'm going to up the font on here. And all right, I like the font on there. You can change the color of the fonts. Do I want it white? I think I do. Do I want an effect? I think I do. I think I want it shadow. I want the shadow black. And then that's pretty cool. So that works for me. And I'm just going to put director button. I'll show you how to, I'll show you how to shrink those down in just a minute. And then I'm going to download. So if you don't know, you can go to download. You can download them in JPEG or PNG. I always do PNG. Presses a little more for me. And then it'll just be director button. I'm just going to put rename it to director button with a dash. It's just the naming convention that I use. All right, I'm going to go here. I'm going to go home. I'm going to refresh the page. And yeah, let me close this first. It's not going to show up. Refresh again. All right, so there's my director button. So I'm just going to make a copy. And then the next one's going to be what we got. We got Chief of Staff. So we'll go Chief of Staff button. Get this out of here. It's going to be redundant, right? It's going to be like on an assembly line. It's going to be very boring. Jeez, I don't know what's going on my throat. But let's change this to Chief of Staff. All capitals. Jesus Christ. I hope if I can. Mutant hands, I tell you, they're too big. They're too big. All right. So we'll go there. We'll make it 2 lines. We'll make it centered as best we can. Looks pretty nice. Oops. So it's centered. Is it centered? There we go. That's where I want it centered. Okay. And then we can do download this one. Just put Chief for Stuff. Chief Staff. Use any naming convention you want. Doesn't matter. It's all up to you. It's all personal choice, babies. Yeah, so we got a couple buttons working. Again, if you want to go and make Chief of Staff pink or something, right? Maybe I should have done that. Oh my God, I didn't mean to close that. Son of a gun. Oh, great googly moogly. I tell you, drive myself crazy. It's a short drive, guys and gals. Gals and guys. Back to where we were. All right, so that was kind of a pink. And I'm going to do different colors for each section, obviously, like that. And this is just purely example for you. And I was able to stretch these over because Microsoft's a pain in the butt. All I did was go this way, and then I went back like this, and then it allowed you got to play around with it. It's very monotonous, and it's very annoying, but eventually you can hook up and stretch them out and everything like that. So what we want to do is we want to put a button in here. So we're just going to put our cursor here. Oh, I almost forgot, babies. We want to go to Photopea. And I want to go to my downloads. Just going to put this on the other screen so I can drag it over. Go back to here. director. Should load up here. Image size, so we're doing buttons. I just want 72 DPI. It's just the default I always use. And 250 is probably plenty. Too big. There we go. So I'm going to export it again. You can call it something else. I'm just going to overwrite what I already have there. That's fine. All right. And close this. I don't need to save it as a PSD. PSD, if you don't know, is just a file format for Photoshop. So you can go back and do edits and stuff like that. So same deal, right? Dragged it over, 72 DPI. It's dots per inch, per square inch. I think it's per square inch. And that one, okay, we're going to export this one. And we're going to just do the same deal as before. Okay, chief of staff. Already exists, that's all fine. Okay, just for example's sakes again. So, all right, so we wanted this. So we're going to do, we're going to insert our cursor. We're going to do image. And I'm going to upload. And then there's our director. I'm going to add that image. And it should be able to, going to let me know. I guess it is centered, huh? And you can shrink it or whatever you need to do. Let's upload the next one. And we're going to go searching for staff. The only thing is, if you're going to shrink them beyond 250, it's all going to be eyeballing. So copy image. Let me paste. Control V. Control V. Control V for me. No Control V for me. Undo. All right, I'll just go like this. Image in there. Just going to go to my uploads. I think I can show you this. Oops, I don't want to upload. I want to go to site, actually. Go to site because the upload's already there. Your assets, that's where your image is defaulted to, is your assets. As you see, it made a folder called table examples because that's the name of your URL or the name of the site. I'm just going to put director, and again, pretend it's a different button, right? I just want to just see them all the way across. And we'll do it again. Sites. Sites to load. Go to site assets. Go to site pages. Now I'll just put chief of staff again. I can shrink it or leave it 250. And oh, I might have to shrink these. Yeah, it's not gonna all fit. All right, so we'll put our last one in there. I might go back and make those like 150 DPI or 100 DPI, just because I want them all uniform and exact. I'm not gonna do it in the video. I can just do it on my own. So site again, assets. Example, it doesn't matter which one. All right, so there you go. You got your 5. Cross, they're not exact, the same size. That's why I'm going to go back and correct them. So there we go. We're going to publish it. You can publish or save as draft. No one's going to see this. And close this out. And close this out. All right, so that's what we have. Oh, got too many freaking things open. All right, so that's what they want. That's what I'm going to give them. I'm going to make those a little better. I mean, they're not terrible. I don't dislike them. I got to make them a different color. You do have to link them. So I'm just going to do one. So for director, we'll go to director. I'm just going to grab that. And I'll go here. And I'm just going to click on that image. And pencil. I can put in the link, and I'll just put in director again as my alternate text. And I can republish. And that's how you link them again. I'll show you one more time. And then it will go to that particular site and those documentations. The only thing I don't like is the shadow. It's a default. It's in the CSS of the SharePoint site. I can't change it. I don't have access to the CSS because I'm not an admin for this particular site, and I have to go by what the default colors are for the VA, the Veterans Association. I'm not particularly crazy about the top there. I guess I could do just a square without this googly bagop and just it might look a little better. But then I'm going to do images down below, and that's basically a table, right? So let's get a little more to it. All right, so you do have options as far as your table is concerned. So let me move over here. Let's click in the table. I should be able to edit the table if I click in it. There we go. That's making me click off of it. But if you go into the table, here's your different tab styles. So we can just breeze right through them and show you what that is. And this is pretty cool here. And you can just go in, insert below or above, insert above. It doesn't really matter what you do, but if you pick this particular default, this is how it's going to be. You want it that way. All right, maybe you don't want images altogether. We'll just take these images out of here. We'll put just tests, stuff, junk, poop. I don't know. Jeez, fat hands. And you can just put in your content, whatever you need for that table. You can break them up if you need to. Those are always cool. Like that. And then just republish. And there's your table. All right, gals and guys, that's basically tables with images and text on there. It's pretty simple stuff. Nothing too mind taxing at all. I appreciate you as always. If you got something out of this, please subscribe. Subscribe anyways, even if you didn't get anything out of this. What the hell? Live a little. And then if you like this, please share it if you know someone that needs help with the SharePoint tables. And hit the bell for updates, and any questions you have are down in the comments. And I appreciate you as always. And I will catch you later. Bye.